Welcome back to Les Schwab Tire Center's Outdoor GPS, presented by Fisherman's Marine and Outdoor. Now it's time for your weekend tech tip, brought to you by Chevy Silverado.
For our Chevy Silverado Tech Tip of the Week, we're going to talk about something that you really need to pay attention to. Now, for many, many years, we had fish flash and lots of different flashers that are out there that we would stack, right? And you just kind of throw them in the bottom of the boat, and then all of a sudden you look at them and go, why aren't they as shiny as they used to be? Why are they all dinged up? Which in some cases, that's okay. It really just depends on what it is and what the color actually happens to be. But Scott, Brad, you came out with the Evolution flasher. Was it 3 years ago now?
Yeah. Along with Chris Turvey,
Yeah.
we came out with this flasher, and I mean, it has a number of different unique features on it. But one of the greatest things is boat storage.
Yeah.
You have limited amount of storage on your boat, and with 360s and the fins, they're tough to store, right?
Yeah.
So with these, you can hold a dozen in your hand just like that.
Mm-hmm.
They fit great in an ammo box.
Okay.
And so you're able to bring a lot more on board, go through the different colors, try out what's working, and
Sure.
and have easy storage.
So now the reason why I mentioned, this is 3 years in for them with the, it's a risk. It doesn't matter who it is, what manufacturer it is. If you bring out a new product, you're hanging yourself out there to a degree. If it works, hey, that's great. But if it doesn't, you're in trouble. I mean, I'm not talking for them specific, but that's just a fact. These things have taken off. And last year, we were getting calls here during the show.
I was telling you, that's what
Where can we get the
tell
brand
people,
Evolution flasher?
call Owen, he's got them.
Yeah, thanks. They're readily available again, though, right, Brad?
Yeah, yes, they are.
Okay. I'm assuming they figured out that people are going to be going after them. So take care of your flashers. There are different ways that you can do it. Ammo storage boxes, like what you referred to, is a good one. There are some companies that make products out there that will hold them specifically, and some of them you can double stack in those holders depending on what they are. And for me, I actually put 3 of them in there, and you end up having so many.
You do.
But anyway, so that's an easy tech tip. Take care of them. Keep them clean, too, is another thing that I would make sure to throw out there.
Can I mention one other thing real quick?
Yeah, sure.
And also, do not keep the bungees attached like this when you put them away.
Okay, gotcha.
Release the bungee. Either take it off or just leave it released.
Okay.
I generally take them off so I can just stack them all like that, and then the
Right.
ones I want to fish, I'll go ahead and put together.
So you're not necessarily always, but you're keeping your bungees separate from your blades just so that you can make a quick
If I'm fishing day in and day out, I'll keep them together.
Okay.
Yeah, but at the end of the season, I take them off, take them apart, all
Okay.
that. If I'm going to have a month break or something, I'll take the bungees off,
Okay.
clean them off, put them away. and-
Gotcha.
Yeah, do the normal thing you normally do.
Well, now,
Clean your stuff
since
and-
we got the time here,
Yeah.
right, Ryan, keep me honest. There's a ton of features here that most 360 flashers simply don't have, right?
Exactly.
So can you point out a couple that you
Yeah,
really like?
absolutely. Yeah. So the adjustability is critical. So you've got 3 holes here. This one you're going your fastest, then your middle one, and this lower hole you can be going about 1.2 miles an hour.
It's crazy.
And still get that thump.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Last year I was talking about that 4, 5, 6 foot depth for springers, and you really kind of got to play with it. And when I was having my success, it was going as slow as I can in that shallow water, and you couldn't do it with the other style of flashers because they would want to fall. You go that small, the third hole down.
Yep.
You can get that full rotation at a slow speed. And they really like it with a size 3.5 blade behind it. I'm like, I'm too far into it.
And stay on that pot of fish, right? So other people have to troll by them.
Rather than blowing through at 2.5 miles an hour, you can slow things down. And there's places over in Washington in a lake that starts with a D that it's extremely, if not absolutely vital that you're able to go slow or you're going to get run out of there in a minute. Y'all know where I'm talking about. I'm not going to mention it. But yeah, so a great product, really took off last year. They are available. Fisherman's has them. Other sources, of course, has them. So make sure you get yourself a handful. What's your favorite color?
My favorite color is anything, that's probably my favorite color.
Okay, so just chrome?
I like that fish scale with the mirror. Yeah.
All right, fair enough.
Yep.
Pretty standard there, everyone. Do you look at that as from a manufacturer standpoint? Now I'm just asking questions because I'm curious myself. Do you make extra of the ones that you know are more popular than say
for
another
sure.
color? You do?
For sure. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, like 01s are most popular, which is just all fish scale.
Right.
Yeah.
So when you have them manufactured, you're like, okay, make X amount of these, but an X amount of these ones as well.
Exactly.
Okay.
Yeah. You're looking through forecasts, but ask that same question in the fall. This is my favorite fall flasher.
Okay.
Yeah.
Now that's like an orange and green.
Yep. Orange and chartreuse. Yeah.
All right.
And that one is all year, but yeah, this one in the fall. Yeah, really good. In fact, the area that we might fish. Yeah.
We're going to hold on to that one. All right. Everyone,
File that one away.
Stick with us. Don't go anywhere. That's your Chevy Silverado Tech Tip of the Week. Take care of your flashers. Store them in a way that's going to keep them as good as they were when they were new. They're expensive. We put a lot of them in the boat, and don't tell anybody what you actually paid for them, right? Because you don't want anybody selling them for cheaper than what you actually got.
Especially your wife.
I wasn't going to say it, but I'm glad you did. All right, we'll be back in just a minute, everyone. Don't go anywhere.
Outdoor GPS is brought to you by Yakima Bait, steeped in tradition, innovation, and fishing success. And by Procure Bait Sense, ruthlessly effective.